Yo, Phil James. How y'all doing today? Hopefully pretty good. Today's July 18th, 2017. I stumbled across something last night, and something I'd only heard of partially, and it was only through the channel I follow religiously that I even heard of it, being Richie from Boston. So what it was, though, was that blood over intent thing. If you don't know what it is, look it up. The channel I saw most commonly when I was looking at it was Quasi-Luminous, so go check him out. And there's another channel called The Prince of Darkness. I mean, to me that already sounds negative and negative right there, just like what it is, one, and then the channel showing it the way it is. Whatever. I ain't hating on it, and I ain't hating on anybody, that's for damn sure. I don't know any of them, so I have nothing negative to say. I'm just telling you the way I'm viewing this. But once again, I just stumbled across this. I can guarantee I'm not going to be doing it at all, but I'm also going to say that I respect the people that put the time, effort, energy into looking this up and doing something for what they believe is good. So hey, whatever. No, but the point is, though, the most common thing I saw is that these people doing it write their intent down, their intentions, and it's basically always something relatively close. I hope to usher in heaven on earth, and then they spill their blood on this paper that they write it on. Now, to me, though, that makes me feel like, okay, so who's picking that up? Who's catching what you're throwing out there? I mean, we have like entities and extra dimensional beings. So that's the way I take it. I feel like something other than this physical realm is catching that. Also, I mean, it says, you know, like in the Bible, that even as much as getting a tattoo is a sin. So therefore, spilling your own blood in the name of something that is being called blood magic does not necessarily seem like it's something that can be used for good. In my opinion. Like I said, I ain't hating on anybody that does it. I ain't hating on anybody that found it and started doing it. I'm just sharing my personal beliefs on the matter. I personally believe that in order to find some sort of information and to get something that we all think is incredible, like knowledge or whatever, we get it primarily from where? The internet. The internet is completely and totally controlled. It's being censored. So my point with that statement is, if it's something that would reverse what these scumbags have done to this planet and something that can literally change the game as we know it, I don't think we're going to find it on the internet, considering it's controlled by like the UN and, you know, whatnot. So wanted to throw that out there also. But I mean, I'm not a religious man. Like, I don't follow any specific religion, but I'll tell you that everything that I've read and seen from the Bible has come true. And that's after being translated and losing parts of it and, you know, everything else being slimmed up and everything, and it's still spitting mad truth. So I basically am going off that. I guess you could say like non-denominational or whatever. But I've noticed that a lot of flat earthers are jumping on this boat, from what I've seen, kind of. I mean, I don't know enough yet, but from what I've seen, it's a lot of flat earthers doing it. But I feel like it's almost a deceptive type trick, you know? I felt like the Ice Bucket Challenge was a type of ritual that ended up being a trend, you know what I mean? And everybody jumped on and started doing it. I'm happy to say I never did that BS, that stupid shit. But anyways, I feel like it's almost like a trend. I mean, I don't want to call this blood over intent thing a trend, because, you know, once you're in the truth community, we don't do the trend thing. We do like movements. So I'll call this one a movement, but I feel it's a movement that is a deceptive trick to the people performing it. I feel like the people think they're doing it for good, to usher in heaven on earth, whatever. But, I mean, who's to say it's actually going to be for good? And who's to say that the people doing it aren't doing it behind the scenes, that when you don't see them, and doing it for something hella negative? Also, whether it's white, black, red, green, blue, brown magic, it does not matter. Blood magic. Magic is not necessarily a good thing. It's like trying to use the One Ring in Mordor for good. You can't do it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. You cannot use a tool from the evil side for the good side. It just does not work ever. Never ever works like that. Don't you guys watch movies? I mean, come on. Nah, but seriously, nah, man. I ain't seeing it that way. And who the hell would want to usher in heaven on earth anyways? What are we going to do? Bring the pearly gates down here with a crane? Like, come on. Like, there ain't no need for it. That's why there's a second coming, and that's why there's, the rapture, if you believe in that. I mean, I don't know. I personally don't know what I believe in yet. I'm still weighing options here, looking for fact in a muddied, opinionated world. So, but just from what I know, this doesn't seem like the answer to anything. And it's a form of, I guess you could call self-mutilation. I mean, if a tattoo is a sin, spilling your own blood onto a piece of paper with your intent on it as some sort of blood ritual is also a sin. I mean, simply put. But, hey, like I said, I ain't judging anybody. I get it. We've all done things that we think are for something or for something good or whatever. But I'm not judging anybody, and I'm not saying anybody's wrong. Just my personal opinion, I don't think it could be used for good. You can't use the One Ring in Mordor and Middle-earth, or the One Ring from Mordor and Middle-earth. You can't use the One Ring to bring them all into darkness and bind them for good. You know what I mean? It just does not work like that, ever. So, using a blood ritual for good can happen, in my opinion. Once again, all my opinion. Every bit of this is my opinion, so nobody get offended, nobody get all defensive. There's no reason for it. If you've done it and you have some more info on it other than like some YouTube video, throw it in the comments, man. If you like it, throw a like, whatever. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. But I just wanted to throw my opinion out on the matter. I tried to do this last night with OBS, and my shit would not upload to YouTube. Oh my god, finally got it all working properly. Sure as shit, YouTube, straight, just taking it from YouTube, fucking me over. But alright, y'all, I should have another video out today, I do believe. Keep it real. Peace.